crazy thing happening when they be I there was a crazy thing happening when they became gurus. They became envious of each other, or they were always envious of each other. At least Tamal, Rameshwara, they were fighting over territory, right?
Oh, yes,
So in this way, they backstabbed each other whenever they got a chance, you know.
precisely.
So Hansaduta had that Mount Kailash, and after he had some spiritual
Yeah, he
difficulty.
got Mount Kailash, which was huge.
Yeah.
And it had a huge lake there, which he filled up with uh, orange koi, Japanese
Hmm.
fish. Well, normally, if you have koi pond in your backyard, the fish are maybe 6 inches long. But when he put koi out in the lake, they became 2 feet long.
Hmm. Yeah. And then when Hansaduta Prabhu had some difficulty, Hridayananda and Rameshwara, they went up and sold all their properties, and who knows what they did with the money. They probably pocketed it and took off.
Yeah, exactly.
So that is the history of Berkeley.
So we're not looking at the past as being a glorious example as an indicator of what the future should be like.
Yeah.
We're looking at the past as being an embarrassing stumbling block, and that the future is what we're doing.
Joy.
To live for 10K means we are bringing Krishna consciousness. We want like the temple in Berkeley, well, the temple in San Francisco on Frederick Street, we want that sort of temple, thousands of them all over the country, with Prabhupada in the center, the way he was back in those days. When that temple was open, Prabhupada was in the center. And that recording that we are playing before each meeting, that recording was playing 24/7 in the temple room. So that when people came in the door, all they had was Prabhupada. And nobody had any objection because nobody wanted to be in charge of anything. They all wanted to serve Prabhupada. So that's what we want to do again. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah. Well, everyone wanted to serve Srila Prabhupada, and Srila Prabhupada wanted to serve them in a sense where he was writing the books and then giving them spiritual instructions. But why did it all of a sudden change or gradually changed? Because did they see that they can be like Srila Prabhupada at some time? Prabhupada was so-called.
It happened in 1970 when Prabhupada saw that everything was heading towards doom. He created the GBC. And when he created the GBC, he created the direction of management that the GBC to be elected for 3-year terms from the temple presidents. But they didn't want to do that. When they saw GBC, they said, great, this is our chance to dominate as many temples as we can. In other words, instead of opening temples and helping those temples open more temples, which is what Prabhupada's intention, and Hayagriva wrote a essay called The Hare Krishna Explosion.
Yeah.
And in that Hare Krishna Explosion, he was talking about how we started out. And what was it that we started out? Playing that recording in the temple rooms. People would come into the temple, they'd want to join. 6 months after you joined the temple, they considered you fit and ready to open another temple. So when I joined the movement, there were maybe 3-4 temples in ISKCON. And then by 1969, that was a year and a half later, there were 17 temples. So there was no limit to how many temples you could open.
Yeah.
If you followed Prabhupada's original format.
Joy.
So